Hello everyone, welcome back to this tutorial. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create a journal using Canva. All right, I'm going to be showing you how to create a journal that you can sell on Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing using the tool called Canva. I want to appeal to those of us here who are using mobile phones to just bear with me because I've tried to actually create a video showing you how to do this on your mobile phone, but then I've been having um issues doing that, but then I'm hoping to do that eventually, right? But then the thing is that both the Canva app for mobile and the one on PC are almost the same. If you can navigate your way around, if you can pay attention to this training and see how everything is being done here, you would be able to navigate your way around Canva for mobile. All right, it's actually very easy to do. The tools are essentially the same, right? The elements are essentially the same. The interface is essentially the same. You would see on if you're using a mobile phone, beneath, beneath below the page or below the interface of your Canva, all of these things, like where you're seeing Canva home, templates and all that, you will be seeing it under, right? Then you would see a menu option, right? On your mobile, you will see a menu option. If you click on that menu option, you'll be able to see all of these other things here. Do you understand? You'll be able to see your project, template, shared with you, trash, and all that. Then you would also be able to see this create a design. You would see a plus sign. Now I'm talking about this for the benefits of those who are using mobile phones, right? So you would see if you want to get to this custom size, you just see a plus sign. Well, once you click on that plus sign, it is the same as this, where you'd be able to enter your dimension and then go ahead and create whatever it is you want to create. All right, so I wanted to show you a journal I created. A journal I created. I think I must have spoken about this journal from the previous training, right? It's actually a journal for first-time fathers, people who are going to be men who are going to be parents for the first time and who would like to document their experiences with having children or with having to stay with their pregnant spouse and all that, right? So this is the journal I created. It's more like a full-blown book, but then it has it's a lined journal, it's a guided journal. It's doubling as a guide, right? A book that actually tells you what to do at every specific point in time, and then also gives you it gives you space to actually write your own experience and all right. So it's going to be in print, and that's why I'm able to actually do it this way. And I did everything on Canva. I wrote on Canva, I edited on Canva. So you can see now that it is actually possible to write using Canva. So to start with, um our dimension for this book is 6.125. It is 6.9 dimension journal, right? But then remember I told you about bleeds and having to add all of this 1.25, and yeah, having to add 1.25 in order to make it to accommodate whatever if it's going to be having bleeds and all that, right? So I'm going to be showing you how it looks like, and then I would also try to show you how you can also replicate the same. All right, so let's say for instance you want to write a guided journal that is also going to be having um is going to be having some write-ups inside, and you want people to be able to also document their experience. All right, so this is how it's going to be looking like. And like I said, I did everything on Canva, and you could also do the same. All right, so this is how the book looks like. So let me enlarge it a bit so you can see. Right, so this is the copyright page. This is the this is the page where the person gets to write their names, right? Then I have my introduction. you know I have, like, this one is more like chapter one now. You can see first trimester month one. So you can see how real this actually looks like. When people buy this book and they get to print it, it is something that they can actually value. Like it's a valuable thing that I could use to document their experiences with first pregnancy and all that. So I'm going to be showing you how I was able to do this. It's actually very simple, right? So to start with, how do you write on Canva? How do you make words? Like how do you um write normal text? Because people believe that Canva is all about designing and all, but then you don't also know that they could also create content, even books, like whole books on Canva. And books that are created with Canva are actually more beautiful because you can get to add all the design elements and all, and then you can, share with people online as PDF document, right? So I'm going to duplicate this page and actually show you how I was able to do all of those things, right? So I'm going to go ahead and delete this, right? So this is my page now. This is my page. And to start writing, let's say I want to replicate this one. I want to replicate this first trimester now. I want to replicate it now. So what I'm going to do is I'll go to text, all right? If you're using a mobile phone, you can also do this. There is nothing difficult here at all. So this is the text I usually use, right? I like to use this all the time, right? So I just come here and then I'll reduce the size. Okay, so I also have to remove this element here, this one, all right? So watch carefully for mobile phone users because I know that more people here will be using mobile phones. So I'll go first trimester, right? First trimester. So I'll reduce this further, okay, and then I'll centralize it, okay? I'll centralize it and then what is there again? Okay. So I have first trimester month one, then I have the date, then the topic, right? Let's see how I get to do all of that. So I'll just duplicate this title. All right. So all I just need to do is to change the font size and the font. I'll just change the font size and the font style, right? So fourth trimester month. Month one. So I'll change it. I'll reduce it and then I'll give it in another font style. So the font style I was actually using is Beth Ellen, right? Okay, Beth Ellen. Then I'll go ahead and duplicate it again and get the dates. I'll duplicate from here. The reason why you want to be duplicating is because you want to get everything to be uniform, right? You want to get uniform sizes, uniform both for the heading and for the body text. You want to ensure that all of them are uniform. So dates. So I'll go ahead and reduce this. So let's say for instance, I'm just starting out to write this book. This the font size I'm going to be using for this page is I'm going to be ensuring that they are uniform for all the other pages so that my book won't be looking somehow, right? So I'll bring this here and then I'll still reduce this further. All right. So all you just need to do is to imagine it in your mind. Imagine how this kind of book would look like. And I also told you that before you start out to do any of these things, ensure to go on Amazon and check out what other people are doing so that you'll be able to modify yours to make it better or to copy their style if you like their style. All right. So now I'm going to be adding line. And to add line, if I'm using a laptop, I'm going to, if I just press the L button on my laptop, I'll get this line, right? That's a shortcut. But then if you're using a mobile phone, or even if you don't want to use this shortcut, just go to elements, right? Go to elements and then you will see line here. But even if this line is actually showing, probably because I've been using this line often, but then if you've not been using it often, just go to the search and then search for line and then you'll be able to get it. So let's just do this by clicking on this line and let's see. Okay. Sorry about that. All right, so I'll just drag this here. If you're using a mobile phone, you could drag with your hand, right? There is nothing difficult there at all, easy peasy. So I'll just, and the thing with Canva is that it's actually very easy, like it helps you to do measurement. You don't have to be dragging up and down, to actually make them fit into place. They help you to actually fit things into place very easy. So this line, I'm going to be changing it to ash so that it looks like um the normal color that you have seen on conventional notebooks. And you can actually use any color. You can use black, but then I want to use ash, right? So I'll just resize this since the date is not going to be that long, right? Great. So you can see how this is actually beginning to look like. It's beginning to look great, right? All right, so what next? Let's see. I think it's a title. So, hey man, you're going to be a dad. That's the title. So it actually depends on whatever it is you're writing. It depends on your style. It depends on what you want to make your style to look like, right? So I'm going to duplicate this again. I'll come here and hey man, then I'll duplicate it again, right? You're gonna be a dad. You're gonna be a dad. All right, so the size. Okay, so ensure that you always take note of the sizes, right? So that you get everything uniform. This is very important. So the size for this one is okay, but this one is actually too big. So let's reduce it to okay. Okay, let's give it 30. All right. So this has to be bold because you're going to be a dad. Like it's something that is, like exclamatory. How did it speak that English again? But then I'm going to reduce it a bit. Let's reduce it a bit. Okay. So the style I actually gave it was this architect daughter. All right. So you can see that it's beginning to make more sense, maybe, right? So I'll shift this here and then I'll start to write. Usually I start by writing something that has to do with the topic that I'm talking about in that chapter. All right, so you're going to see it here and see how I wrote it. So you're going to be a dad. So this is like more like the starting part, right? So each title or each chapter rather usually has something to say before we now enter into the journaling part where the person now starts to write their experiences and their whatever. Like see what I see here. You've just heard the news for the first time and you're over the moon with excitement, but at the same time you've got fears in because of your stomach, blah 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 blah. Now let me make it clear that you don't exactly have to do all of this, right? This was actually something I needed to do because I had verified that the it was actually profitable, like there were prospects that this was going to sell, and that was why I went ahead to create, a like it I merged the journal with a guide, right? So this is more like a guide, and then a guide for men who are actually experiencing who are going to be experiencing fatherhood for the first time, and getting them to actually detail their experiences in a journal. So that was what I did. But then if you want to also do something like this, so let's say you're trying to write a book or whatever aim you're trying to achieve, you're right. So let me just show you how to also get this body text, this body copy here. So all you just need to do is to you can another thing you could also do is to come to this text. That is when you want to write your body copy, right? All right, so sorry about that. So I was saying to get the body copy, all you just need to do is to, you could also replicate this, right? And then start to write whatever it is you want to write. But then you could also do this. You could click on text and then go to here where it says add a little bit of body text, right? So after you start writing, or what you could do immediately is to change, you can change the what is it called now? You can change the font style immediately before you start to write, or you can decide to write, you can decide to finish writing and then change the body copy, right? So let's say we want to do with we want to write with Times New Roman. We just go ahead and change it and then we'll start typing. So let's say I want to write something like I want to go to America and to do whatever, yada. Right. So now if you notice, you would see that this is actually in, you know, it's centralized. What I'm going to do is to justify it, right? And then let's see. Okay, let me increase this further so we could see what we are doing. Right? So I continue writing. So it's actually going to continue writing like that, you know, it will just be entering like that. So it's actually you who is now going to format it eventually, you know. And all that and all that and all that, right? So what you're now going to do is to adjust. And to do that, you'd use this button here. You know, I actually put this line so that it could serve as a guide for me, right? It could serve as a guide for me, and you could also do the same. And to actually get that, just go to this place where it says file, right? Then you can click on show margins, show print bleed. This is actually a print bleed, right? You know, we talked about bleed earlier, but all of this doesn't exactly matter anyways, you know. So so you can just continue writing like that. Now if you want to now enter a new page, what you can now do is to duplicate this, right? So let's say for instance now I've finished writing from this page, and let's say this is another page now I want to enter. I'll just duplicate this, all right, and then I'll come to the next page. You know, this was how I've been able to write CV. This is one of the ways I've been able to write CVs for people online, and I get paid for it. So it's actually very simple to do. So let's say paragraph by paragraph, this is what you're going to be doing, right? So these are actually paragraphs. And that is how you now continue to do it until you finish writing your book, right? So it doesn't matter if your book is going to be 50 pages or 100 pages or whatever. Just remember how I actually showed you how to compile your PDF books together to fit for, you know, as in to compile it together as a simple book for upload on Amazon KDP. I told you how to use small PDF, right? So you get to use small PDF to compile your book. So usually on Amazon, you would only, sorry, on Canva, you would, if you're not on the pro version, you would only be able to download um you'd only be able to download, I think, 20 pages at once, right? So I showed you that what you can do is to download your 20 pages and then download them in sets of 4. So let's say you have up to 100 pages that you want to actually download, right? Like you've written up to 100 pages of a book, or you've designed up to 100 pages of a coloring book, or the journal is up to 100 pages, and then you want to compile everything together. But Amazon, I'm sorry, Canva may not allow you to do that at once. What you need to do is to now download them in sets of 5, right? So you download 20 into 5 places, and then ensure to save them with something you could remember. And then afterwards, you can now use small PDF to merge them together, right? So if you're using a mobile phone, you can also do the same thing. Just ensure that you save your file in a place, in a location where you can actually, you know, locate them. And then when you go to small PDF, just click on okay, so let me show you small PDF. This is small PDF, right? Okay, I actually have it here saved on my phone, but then I'll just go ahead and type it up. So small PDF. right? So just come here and then it's there are actually a lot of things you can do. You can convert the PDF to Word documents. You can convert Word documents back to PDF, and you can merge PDF as well. So you can see here it says merge PDF. So once you click on this, you will now be able to choose your files, right? You'll be able to choose your files and then merge them one after the other. So let's say you have up to 5 files you want to merge. Like you've downloaded the files um in a set of 5, and now you want to merge them together. Just click here to upload the files, and then it will direct you to choose the file you want to download, and then um afterwards you now be able to click on merge, and then you can now download it and save it as a manuscript for upload on your Amazon KDP store. All right. So it's actually that easy. It's actually that simple. If you're going to be using a mobile phone, it's also the same thing. And to think that the tool is actually free, that is the Merge PDF tool is free. Okay. So this was how I was able to create this journal, which is actually a guided journal that I've actually uploaded on Amazon KDP and waiting for sales to come through. All right. So that is actually how to create a journal. So I'm going to be showing you also how to create a journal from templates that are already on Amazon. Oh my God, I keep saying Amazon for for Canva, right? So what you can actually do is to come to this template here and then go to the search and type journal. All right. Okay, let's look at this lined journal. So you can see now that this is actually already made for you. But now the problem with this template is that a lot more persons would have actually used them. So you'd have to modify it to actually suit your purpose, right? So what you're going to do now is to let me create another page so that I will show you how to modify it. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this page, right? So let's say, okay, I'll now go ahead and search for the one I'd like to use. So they are actually very beautiful. They are very beautiful journal templates here, and some of them are free, and well, some others are not. So let's say I choose this one. Okay. So let's say I choose this one. What I'm going to do now is to change the elements. So let's say, for instance, that we are trying to create a prayer journal for maybe women or for men or for everybody, right? So I'll just change the title. I can say prayer journal, or you can say my prayer journal, right? My prayer journal. Then you can leave this date alone. Then you can change the color. Okay. Say we change it to pink or something like, no, that is too much. Let's change it to something like this. And that means that we would have to change the background color. That flower you're seeing at the background, we have to change it, right? So I hope we are actually able to do that. But essentially what I'm trying to do here is to ensure that we don't come up with something that Amazon would end up rejecting, because it's going to mark it off as plagiarism or something, especially if a lot more people have used this already. So, and it can actually lead to your account getting banned. All right. So, and we don't actually want that for ourselves, right? Then another thing I can actually do is to leave this background here. This is actually background color, and maybe we might not be able to change it. I don't know. Then you can also change the color of the lines, right? So you can go ahead and change it to something like this, right? So you see, or you could change it to red even. But then this is beginning to look too shouty. Then let's see if we can also, okay. I was thinking we could space them out. Probably we couldn't, but then that's okay. So what I'm going to do is that I'll add a color, I'll add a flower to the background. So you go to elements, right? And then let's see, I'll go to flower. Or let's see, I type prayer. Okay, prayer hands. Let's see what I can do with this, right? Okay. So I can actually use something like this. Now, aside from the elements on Canva, aside from the graphics you can actually get from Canva, you can use pictures from other platforms. You could use platforms like Pixel, Pixabay, you know, those are sites where you can get free images from, and you can download them as PNG and then upload them as PNG to Canva and then use them on your design, right? So what this is what I mean. So let's say I want to get an element now for my design and I can't seem to find it on Canva. I'll just go to Pixel Photos, right? I'll go to Pixel Photos and then let's see. You scroll down and then you see Pixel's pictures, right? So all you just need to do is to search for the kind of image you're looking for, and then if it is free, you can now go ahead and download it, right? So let's see, I'm looking for a flower, okay. Okay, flower bouquet or something. Or whatever it is you're looking for, you can just go ahead and click on it, and then if it is free, you'll be able to download it. I don't even think this is Pixel, this is Splash. I'll be on Splash. This is actually not Pixel. But anyways, you can also use Splash to get free images, right? Just ensure that the one you're downloading is the one that does not have copyright on it, because some images are actually not free, and if you use them, you could get into trouble with the owners of the pictures. So let me just look for another image on Canva to actually use. All right. So back to our design. Let's see if I'll get flowers instead. Something like this that is on the background. Okay, let me see if I can get the watercolor flower. Watercolor flower. Okay, great. So I could actually use something like this, right? So, okay, so you can see now that I can just fit it in here. So what I'm going to do is to send this picture backwards, right? I'll just click on send backwards. Remember, if you're using a mobile phone, you can also do this. Then I'll reduce the transparency of this picture so that it won't be too shouty. All right, so I'll just go ahead and reduce the transparency. Great. So you can see now that it's at the background, and so it's actually looking great. It's looking great actually. And to think that I actually did not even start from the beginning to actually do this. All right. So if you go ahead and upload this now to Amazon, you really won't have issues, because this is more like a new design, right? We've changed all the elements, and it's looking very unique right now. All right. So you won't have issues with the uploading it for yourself. And remember to always do your keyword research before starting out with anything. Don't just go ahead and create a journal because it's easy to create and then you just put it up on Amazon KDP and start waiting for sales, right? Ensure to always do your niche research before going ahead, right? So this is actually looking great, and you can just go ahead and duplicate. So if it has a guided parts, right? Like maybe a part where you get to write something to whoever owns the book, telling them how to go about praying or how to go about starting out their day, how to, that is the whole essence of journals, like, right? If you're writing a guided journal, you want to tell people how to do things. But then if it's an empty journal, you want to just give them information that they can actually use. So if this is going to be your whole journal, all you just need to do is to duplicate this page. So as many parts as you want to, if it is 100, you just go ahead and do that. Then afterwards, you can now go ahead and download them. Ensure to always download as PDF print, all right? When you're done with your design, just go to that share icon there, and then go to download, and then ensure to download as PDF prints. Do not forget PDF prints. All right, so this is already 103 pages. Just go ahead and download the first 1 to 20 pages by clicking on them. 1, 2, 2, and all that, and all that, and all that. And then when you're done with the first 20, just download them. Usually I would save it with something different so that I can always recognize them when I want to merge them with small PDF, all right? So that is all you need to do to actually create a journal. It's actually very simple. It's the same thing for activity book. So in the next video, I'm going to be showing you how to create an activity book for, I actually created an activity book for adults, like a handwriting activity book for adults, and it was actually like for stress relief and all that. So I'm going to be showing you how I did that and how you can also replicate the same process, right? So I'm actually leaving this video on YouTube for people to actually see how I'm doing this. But this training is actually part of an online course, my online course on Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing, and which is actually it's actually a course that I combined with another course that is built around making money from publishing books online, like how to start a book publishing business online, as well as how to start, on Amazon KDP as well. So if you're interested in that course, I'm going to be leaving the link in the description of this video so that you could, click through to go and watch, to go and see how you can actually access this course and join us in the training. There's a whole lot that I've talked about in that training that is going to set you on the right foot to making money on Amazon KDP and also from publishing and selling books online. And you're really not going to be regretting joining that course, all right? But then if you're seeing this video on YouTube, please just do me a favor and click on the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel, so that because I also upload similar videos every once in a while showing you how to make money online and how to grow your income and how to grow your visibility as well, all right? So in the next video, for people of my online course, I'm going to be showing them how to design how to create activity books, using templates on Canva, right? You might not be designing from scratch, but I'm going to be showing you how to use templates to design an activity book that you can actually sell and make money on Amazon KDP. All right, so that brings us to the end of this video, and see you in the next, hopefully. All right.